Hi guys. Okay, so this video is for everyone that just pretty much asked me like teach me your ways when I said that I'm doing really well and I'm loving myself a lot more. And I try to like put some little tips in my tweets, but I feel like I just need to get it all out for people to actually do in real life. But I'll just give you more of a background of my life, and because everyone's struggle is different, everyone has a different journey. So like my whole mood disorder started to come out junior year, so when I was 16, like when my pop died, and then my mama with Alzheimer's moved in, and like everyone in my house was just bad vibes, like every room. Like I didn't even know what bad vibes was, but I was like living in it. And I had some kind of drama situation with my good friend who turned out to not even really be my friend, and like she turned everybody against me when I actually didn't do anything wrong. It was obviously about a boy. So I really had about like three friends at school and then my friends at karate, and I just like I was alone a lot, and like I was really resentful of like everything in my life, and that's when I just initially started cutting, but it didn't happen like a lot that year. Got through high school, and then freshman year and sophomore year in college were just like a roller coaster of up and down, but I was never, even when I was up, I was never actually happy. It was just kind of like a fake happy, like I think I'm doing good, but I wasn't, I still didn't like myself. And I always based myself off of like a boyfriend, which is just a terrible thing to do. I'm sorry for people that your boyfriend's your world. That's awesome, but like you need to come first. Like you have to be your own world, because when they leave or you leave, it's like, what do you have? You have nothing. I like I would just be so dependent on everybody else, and I never spent any time figuring out who the fuck I am, because I didn't know. I thought I did. Um, so with this bipolarness, my moods would just be so bad that like my self-esteem would just, and it's like I would just go to every single failure I've ever had and just like focus on it and just tell myself that I'm fat and I'm ugly and I'm stupid and I'm like literally not worth living. And I can't even think about those kind of things right now, because it's insane to me that I ever thought those things. But and then as I got older, like I'm kind of like the black sheep of the family. Like I always needed my mom and people to do things for me, because I was in my own world, and my sister like kind of cut me real deep. Like she just like, when you're in a fight with her, she would always say things that like she knows you're really sensitive about, and like I would just freak out and be crying for an hour because she said, well, at least I don't cut myself. First of all, who says that? Secondly, it's my sister. But anyway, like my family doesn't help. Um, I've always like thought that I was like funny and pretty, but I didn't think I had anything else. Even though I had a black belt in karate, I was really good at tennis. I was really good at a lot of things, but I couldn't do public speaking. I was pretty bad with making new friends. Like I just wasn't there. So anyway, after breakdown and breakdown and breakdown and treatment and therapy and medication, whatever, the final breakdown was in May, June. Um, and I said, this is bullshit. I cannot live my life like this anymore. So I went back to therapy. I do not drink, I do not smoke, and I do not cut. That does not mean I don't have issues. Um, I don't know how it kind of happened. I always write. I write everything. I write when I don't feel good. I write, and then it gets it all out. And then I say, but I'm thankful for this that happened today, or anything that I can just muster up that's good about me. And then I read that. And I say, well, maybe I'm not an A student, but I did get an A on that test, and I did do that project really well, and my teacher complimented me. Like, there's still good things about you. You just have to find them. Because you're just so focused on the negative that you don't even let the positive, like, get in there. It's just like, well, whatever. So, what I do is that thing that I told everyone to do the other day is write 20 things that you love about yourself. Like, absolutely, just no one else that you even know has those things, and it's just awesome. Even if you can get like two, just two, that's awesome. Even if you lie, like, even if it's something like you have really short, kind of frizzy hair, you can be like, I love my long, luscious black hair. Like, just be cocky, like anything. But don't be like, I'm really good at this. Like, it's body, mind, and soul. It could be a fake it till you make it, or it can be something that you know is yours. I did it pretty easily because I'm so used to doing things like that because I've struggled with loving myself. So you do that, and then you read it, and you should feel good about it. And then don't just throw it away. Like, read it every day. If you need to carry it around with you, read it multiple times a day, because the more you focus on those positive things, the less room in your head you have for all those negative things. And it's like it just gets embedded in your subconscious, so that naturally you're like, well, she's really pretty, yeah, but I have really nice brown hair and I really like my eyes, and like I'm pretty much really in shape, and like that just comes to you because you read it so much. It's like you focus on so much negative, and it's like it feels like more negative keeps happening, you know? So that's the thing I do. And then I also like make posters, either of pictures like of who I want to be and like what I want to happen in my life, or just those words. And I make it really big. I usually do like those big flashcards, like pink and purple. Um, I guess in August, September, I went through like 2 weeks where I was on a juice fast, when really I just stopped eating like a lot and was taking laxatives, and that was just, I caught it in time before it became like a big disorder, really. But I made like, I'm beautiful, I need to eat to be healthy, like those kind of things. So that the next time I was not hungry, I was like, well, I want to be a personal trainer. I need to eat. I need to be healthy. Things like that. And I would just draw hearts on my stomach where I was fat. Like, weight is so fucking irrelevant. Like, it's, who cares? And you're gonna get hit with a lot of science facts about your body measurement index, or whatever the fuck that is. I mean, I know what it is. And like, what's your body fat percentage? I don't know what mine is, and I don't care to know, because I'm like, I range from like 118 to like 140, and I look great. Even if I don't look great according to everybody else, I feel great. I eat well, I stay active, and I love it. I love everything about my body, and like, that's taken a long time. So basically, like, if it helps to just have those posters on your wall to look at before you go to bed or in the morning, like preferably both, or you can record your voice, or like if you go on YouTube and you go positive affirmations for self-confidence, for forgiveness, for anything like that, and just listen to it, and like just listen to it over, like before you go to bed, so it's like you're hearing that all the time, and like all of a sudden you're going to start thinking these things. And it kind of happens like slowly over time. Like, you don't all of a sudden go, oh my god, I love myself. It's just like little things you realize. Like, when you do have a bad day, you're not mad at yourself, and you don't start to say all these mean things to yourself. You just are like, it's alright, it's okay, yeah, we had a bad day, but there's tomorrow. And that just feels good, because it doesn't feel good to like beat yourself up, you know? You gotta do what feels good. Like, you only have you, you know? Like, you're born alone and then you die alone. It's like, that's kind of depressing, but it's like, if you can't go home and be nice to yourself, like, you don't have anything in life, you know? It's like, there's that quote, I think I put it on Instagram, it was like, I realized one day that if I treated my best friend the way I treated myself, I wouldn't be my friend anymore. It's, I can't even, no words. I know it feels like I'm not really giving you a lot of tips, because this just helped me personally, but you just have to like be nice to yourself. And it sounds insane to me, or it sounds insane, like, oh, that won't work, but it does. Like, the more you focus on these things. And if you're familiar with The Secret, like the law of attraction, like, these things become true. Like, when you're talking to yourself, like, you're listening. And I don't mean that figuratively, I mean that literally. Like, the cells in your body will like change. Like, your mind and your body are so connected, it's not even real. Like, I mean, it is real, but So, yeah, it's every day. I'm not telling you it's going to be easy, especially when you do have some type of disorder or this is really inbred in yourself. So I don't know what that means. But you get through it. It's like you have to want it. If you're not going to put yourself completely in this, it's not going to work. And you're just going to get frustrated. But, does anybody know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's a process, it's a journey, and you learn a lot about yourself. Also, I've learned to stop taking things so personally. I just used to be really conditioned to believe every bad thing about myself because I've just heard it so much from like friends or like my family, like whether they meant it to be mean or not. But it's like, my swimming teacher, I have asthma, like sports induced, and I couldn't do these laps like at all. And I was like trying to be nice to her at the end. She was asking for names, and I was like, "Hi, I'm Brittany. I go to the NAC," because she's a lifeguard there. And she was like, "Brittany that goes to the NAC that needs to get in the water." And I was like, "Bitch." And like I came home and I vented for like an hour, and I was like, "Who the fuck does she think she is? Like, I have asthma. Like, that's not fair. Like, blah blah blah." And like I didn't need to get so upset over it because she's a teacher. Like, she wants everybody to be doing what we're supposed to be doing. Like, she's not out to get me. Like, that's an illusion. Like, that's just a fear. That's not real. You have to, like, the more you get into this, you'll find your voice. You'll be able to speak your truth without hurting anybody. And that was a big thing for me because I don't want to hurt anybody, so usually I would just bite my tongue. But she doesn't sass me anymore because I've been doing good, you know? So, and even when people are just rude and mean to you, like, it doesn't help to be mean back because they're clearly going through some serious shit. Like, when people are rude, you just have to either say something to them, like, that upset me, and don't call them names, like, just tell them how you feel about it and, like, let it go because they're fighting their own demons, you know? Just brush it off. Say, I love you. I love you, self. You're so awesome, self. And if you have a terrible day, you just go home. You read those things over and over and over again, and you say, yeah, yes, because I want this in my life. And the more you love yourself, the more others are going to actually be like drawn to you like a magnet. They're going to love you because they're just going to see it in you. Like, your face will start to like glow, your eyes will be bright, like your hair will start growing more. My hair is growing like so much. I don't know, I eat really good too. Look at this. It's a butterfly cracker with peanut butter. They're not great. Yeah. It's pretty much just positive affirmations, like all day, every day, until it's like ingrained in you and you believe these things. And find something that you're really passionate about and something that you can get really good at. And if nothing else, if you're bad at everything else, I thought my mom was coming down. If you're bad at everything else in life, quote unquote, you have that one thing. And just like, be proud of yourself. Be like, well, damn, I'm like a really good singer. I mean, I failed 3 tests today and everyone like thinks I'm a weirdo, but I can, what did I say, singing? I can sing like a fucking Aretha Franklin. And like, focus on that shit, because that is great. Like, it doesn't have to be like a talent. It can be anything. Like, you can be like, when I walk into a room and someone is sad, I can make them feel so much better. Like, that's a skill. Like, that's lovely. That's beautiful. And that should be in your list. And like, the more you do this, the more things that you'll be able to put on that list. And it should just be like full. I mean, I'm still trying to fill mine up. So, I wish you the best. And if you do need any other help and you don't think that this is going to help you and it's not helping you, let me know, because I definitely have other tips and tricks that I just can't think of right now. I love you. Mwah.